What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. I've been in the Black manosphere community since the inception, since 2015. I was not the originator of the concept, but I've helped spread the message along with a lot of people. And one of the guys that came along in our 2017 class was Kevin Samuels. And he was politically conservative. He believed in the foundations of marriage, of a traditional family. That's some things, those tenements he's always stood on. And with him came those points of integrity undergirded in his content. All right. And while the Black manosphere at that time was criticized for, hating black women or, bashing sisters, people forget that a lot of tenements in the Black manosphere is the black family. It is black men and black women getting together. And if you can't do that, then making people come to the table to force the conversation. That's Obsidian's original tenement, and it's also mine. People talk about how toxic Kevin Samuels' content is over the years. And since he's elevated to national scrutiny, people talk about how he's dividing the country. He's dividing the black community. But then on his Facebook page, Kevin Samuels posts this. Dang music! I'm going to leave this right here. His twatchers are so toxic and hate women. So I want to read the screenshot. I'll blur the guy's name. Caucasian man. And he says, "Dang music! I just got back from France and I proposed to my girlfriend in the backyard where she was born and raised. My now fiance is an example of what your channel represents. I would not have proposed if not for your content." Give him a round of applause. Because see, this is the criticism that is among those who hate Kevin Samuels, or even the Black manosphere community. People are really misconstrued about our ideology. And what they believe is that we are dividers of the family structure. No, we're realists about it. We speak to the times of the day that we live in. Okay? And we don't want to just talk about what the manosphere does, and Kevin Samuels has really been our best asset within the last 1.5 years with his ability to explain the message much better than we can to women. But what we've seen is that Kevin Samuels is a guy that tells women what they don't deserve. That's what people see. And you might have seen a few clips of that, the average at best and things that went viral. So he's known for that, and that sometimes happens on this show. But what Kevin Samuels shows men is who they are. Okay? I want you to understand that. The content that comes from Kevin Samuels that was undergirded in the Black manosphere. Shout out to T.S. Johnson for that work. It shows who the man is, what his standards should be. Okay? And what type of woman he should be looking for, and what type of woman he should not be looking for. Okay? And see, I'm going to tell you the real big issue here. The real big issue is that a lot of women fall under the category of what a man should not be looking for, yet wanting to be compensated for what a man should not be looking for. This is the problem here. Infrastructurally, this is the issue. Okay? This is the issue. And now that we deal with this, okay, we're dealing with some group of women who want us to be complacent in our behaviors as men, but don't want to change. So when these men are dealing with women and they can compare the women to those that are not, culpable to be in a relationship with, if you will, right? Are not arable. Okay? That's the situation. Now we can say, oh, she's no good. Okay? Because there are a lot of women who are culpable in bad relationships. They are to blame. They have characteristics that are not worth keeping. But then what Kevin Samuels shows you is this is who you are and this is what you deserve. And when you get a woman that's like that, you can say, oh, if I want to marry her, I'll marry this one. The other ones, I don't want to marry. And the women who meet the standards are not complaining about Kevin Samuels. Okay? See, I want to talk about that too. The women who like Kevin Samuels' content, there are two women. Women who meet the standards of what a man that is high value wants, or women who are willing to put in the work to meet the standards of what a high value man wants, or any man wants, or a man of their choice wants, who they want to be with. They're willing to put the effort in to meet that same energy. The only women that complain, and I see it all the time, are women who don't want to do anything, yet feeling like they deserve everything. These are the women who are complaining about Kevin Samuels, calling him toxic and stuff like that. Yet you have no receipts or proof that you're bringing anybody together. And let me just say this, and I hope Kevin doesn't mind when I say this, but I'm gonna have to say it. And if he's offended by this, he'll call me and tell me. This is a man that is not in the black community. This is a Caucasian man. Okay? Kevin has a black African American oriented show. He got big in our black manosphere community first. He surpassed this content. Now, Kevin is mainstream with roots strongly in African American mentality, African American ideology, the African American structure of idea, the culture. Yet, despite the people that Kevin Samuels is looking to help, people who are not even in our culture, who are flying to Europe, flying to France, have been impacted by Kevin Samuels. A man who probably 4 years would have never thought that my content is going to be helping a whole other group of people that I had no idea would be watching me one day. Okay? That's the importance of letting men understand who they are. And when men understand who they are, they can go out and dictate what they want, what they deserve. And the women who are willing to do that, because let me tell you like this, a lot of men are willing to do that. A lot of men are willing to do everything that they can to mate with the woman that they desire. A lot of men are motivated for getting good grades, working long hours, building great businesses. One of the perks is dealing with exceptionally beautiful women or women that you're attracted to. Men have to do this and then learn how to be committed, learn how to be affectionate, learn how to spend time, learn how to do this. But the women that say they want these things are not as interested. And then when you as a man feel that you deserve this, then that's a problem with society. But it's not. And I want to say for the haters, where are your receipts that you are bringing people together outside of the black community? Because we know about what he's done in the black community. Just look at Dennis Sperling and his fiance. What are you doing? That is where the rubber meets the road, doesn't it? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Through the episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.